side hustle versus soul hustle. Kind of sounds like a wrestling match, actually, if you think about it. Side hustle versus soul hustle. Like ding ding. Do they do that ding ding thing in wrestling? Or is that just boxing? I don't know. I don't watch sports, and I don't like violence. So I don't know. It actually kind of also sounds like the name of a band. Like, please welcome to the stage, Soul Hustle. Right? Right? No? Maybe? Yes? Okay. I'm done. So to be a little less vague, in this video, I'm actually going to go through what I mean by side hustle versus soul hustle. I'm going to talk a little bit about money, and I'm going to go through the reasons why you may or may not do your soul hustle. Now, the following comes from my own personal falling down and getting up experiences, and these are moments that are actually still happening to me. I don't have a list of celebrity names as testimonials who can actually say that these things are actually real, going through both things. So I'm just going to be real with you, and maybe something in here can help you. Not that you need help, because you're amazing and I love you. And speaking of love, just a quick shout out to all of you who have already subscribed to my channel, who are along for this amazing journey of finding meaning and purpose in our own lives and how that can contribute to the planet and to others. And if you haven't subscribed yet, that's okay, but I would love it if you did, and then you can join us. Fun times are had here. Fun times. So you can hit the little subscribe-y thing. It's probably about here. Hit this little subscribe-y thing, and then we'll be together forever. Now, basically a side hustle is something that you're doing outside of your full-time job that's bringing in additional income. Now, when I think of a side hustle, I usually think of doing something that you're passionate about, but most people are only going to do that if it's actually going to bring in additional income. So a soul hustle is kind of like a side hustle, but it's kind of different, but it's actually kind of the same. But it's different. It's a terrible sell. So to break it down, the difference for me would basically be that a side hustle is something that you're doing that you may be passionate about, but you're doing it because it's also going to bring in income, extra money on top of some full-time job that you already have. Whereas a soul hustle may not be bringing in any money at all, but you're trying to run a business doing it, and it is your soul's absolute calling. The interesting thing about soul hustle is that if it's actually your true soul's calling, it may not be bringing in money now. That's only for now. So for the longest time, I was making the 9-to-5 a place where I saw a future. I mean, a future like next week, because that's payday, or next month, because that's annual bonuses, or the month after that, because that's salary reviews. Now, thinking back to all those things I just mentioned, and to be honest, these are things that were very real to me, and they all had to do with money. Now, the unfulfilling nature that often accompanies a day job started to make me feel like I was wasting a beautiful gift, just chasing practicality. Practicality, I need you. Come back. Insert side hustle here. Bye-bye, practicality. Peace. Earlier this year, I started bouncing around ideas and brainstorming about making a difference and how to bring happiness into the lives of others. And the 3 biggest questions that you're gonna ask when you're the kind of person who wants to inspire others and make a significant impact is, number 1, why do you want to do this? Number 2, how can you do this? Number 3, how can you make money doing this? Because let's be real, we have to eat, we have to pay rent. Number 1, why do you want to do this? So take a minute, write down your hustle idea, and then write down why you want to do this. I'll give you a few minutes to do this. I'm just gonna clean the lens while we wait. Okay, good. So maybe you said, the reason why you want to do this is to make money. And if you said that, that's fine. I'm not here to judge. But if you did say that the reason why you want to do what your hustle is the chances are that's probably more on the side of what I would call a side hustle. But maybe you said it's because you really, truly want to save the chimpanzees. Now this sounds more like a soul hustle. Number 2, how can I do this? So continuing from number 1, write down how you think you could accomplish this hustle that you wrote down from number 1. I don't need to clean the lens this time though, because I think it's pretty clean already. So I'll just wait. Or you can pause it. You can pause the video too, because it's not live. It's not happening in live time, real live time. So if your answer to number 2 is you're going to figure out what other people have done that is the same or similar to your hustle. This sounds like something that would be a side hustle. Or how can I do this? By not trying to figure out every single step and just trusting in the vision. Now that sounds more like a soul hustle. Now, before I go any further, I have to tell you about this amazing book by the incredible Kyle Cease. He wrote this book called The Illusion of Money. So the idea of being trapped in the cycle of making money and the illusion that that creates is really what this book decodes. And I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is changing my life. It has changed my life. So please, please, please check it out. Also, I would love to hear if you have a side hustle or a soul hustle. So in the comments below, let me know what that is and let's talk about it. So number 3, how can I make money doing this? Now, whether this is a soul hustle or a side hustle, I think this is the question that everybody gets stuck on. And what I've learned from a discussion that happened from an event that I was on is that when you're splitting your time between the practical version of your life in order to make money and the hustle that you know is your calling, and that hustle will change the world in even the smallest way, basically what you're saying is that your soul's vision is not important. And somebody said on this event that basically you're making your soul a side hustle. I get that the idea of letting go of a job that makes actual money for something that may or may not make money is seriously terrifying. And it sounds totally irresponsible, and it is so backwards from anything that we've ever been taught before. And every business book and like the guy beside you on the train will totally even tell you the same. But if you actually take a minute and you think about how terrifying it would be to actually not follow your dream, not only for you, but for the chimpanzees or whoever or whatever it is that your soul's calling will help. That's a much more scary version of the future than of uncertainty that comes from letting go and the crazy magic that can and will happen when you actually do that. If you did like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And below I have linked my Patreon account where you can find more behind the scenes stuff, as well as a link to the incredible book, The Illusion of Money by Kyle Cease that I mentioned in this video, and a bunch of other places where you can find out more about my intention of spreading love, kindness, and positivity. Here we are. We've come to the end of another video. It's bittersweet, right? It's sad and it's happy, and I am just so grateful for you and for giving me your time, because it truly, truly means so very much to me. And I hope that you are having the most wonderful day and the most wonderful life, because here we are. We're here to live it together through our own visions. We can make a significant impact and a positive change in this world. I love you all so very much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.